Hi guys! In this world, there are hundreds of types of lizards living in different parts of the Earth. But not all of them look normal. Some of them have looks and abilities that leave us shaking our heads in disbelief. Some have dangerous venom, some are gigantic, and there are even lizards that can fly. Here are the 7 weirdest and most unique lizards in the world. At number 1 is the Komodo Dragon. This giant lizard is considered very rare because it can only be found on a few small islands in Indonesia, namely Komodo Island, Rinca, Flores, and Gili Motang. In terms of size, the Komodo is truly impressive. This animal can grow up to 3 meters long, with a weight of more than 70 kilograms, which means it can be heavier than the average adult. What makes it even more dangerous is that the Komodo's bite actually contains venom that can lower its prey's blood pressure and prevent the blood from clotting. The way Komodo hunts is also considered unique and terrifying, as they don't always kill their prey right on the spot. With just one bite, the Komodo will follow its prey as it tries to escape until the venom takes effect and weakens its body. Once the prey is truly weak, only then does the Komodo attack again until its prey collapses. See you later. Another surprising fact is that the Komodo is known for cannibalistic tendencies. Because of threats from their own kind, young Komodos even have to live in trees to avoid being eaten by adult Komodos. Unfortunately, the population of this unique animal continues to decline. In 2023, it is estimated that only about 3,000 Komodos remain in the wild. Their increasingly limited habitat, combined with the effects of climate change, has caused their population to shrink year after year. Next, we have the Gila Monster, guys. This lizard lives in the desert regions of the southwestern United States and northern Mexico, and its name comes from the Gila River in Arizona. The Gila Monster itself is one of the few venomous lizards in the world. Its venom is produced by glands in its lower jaw and delivered through its back teeth. Although it doesn't have long fangs like venomous snakes, a Gila Monster's bite can cause an adult human to experience intense pain for hours. What sets it apart from venomous snakes is the way it bites. The Gila Monster doesn't bite and then immediately release its prey. Instead, they bite while chewing to make sure their venom really gets into the wound. Once bitten, the prey will immediately feel the effects, ranging from a drop in blood pressure to paralysis. The Gila Monster's appearance is also very distinctive. Its skin is black with pink or orange spots that resemble strands of beads. This color pattern actually serves as a warning signal to other predators that this lizard is dangerous to approach. Although it is considered venomous, the Gila Monster is actually a very lazy animal. They spend about 95% of their time in underground burrows, and they only come out to look for food or to breed. Surprisingly, the saliva of the Gila Monster actually contains a hormone that is now used as the basis for developing type 2 diabetes medication. Next, we have the Thorny Devil, guys. This little lizard lives in the Australian desert, and its appearance really resembles a mini monster. Its entire body is covered in sharp spikes that make predators reluctant to prey on it. The Thorny Devil only grows to about 20 centimeters, but even though it's small, its appearance still looks very frightening. The spikes on its body are not just a means of defense, but also have another very unique function. Surprisingly, the Thorny Devil can actually drink water through its skin. The entire surface of its body is covered with micro grooves that channel water from anywhere directly to its mouth. So, when there is dew on its body, the water will naturally flow to its mouth through these tiny channels. The way it walks is also quite unique. It moves in a stop-and-go pattern, alternating between stopping and walking, similar to the movement of a robot. When they feel threatened, they lower their heads and display fake spines on their necks, which are actually just ordinary folds of skin. Its skin color can even change to match the environment and surrounding temperature. When the weather is cold, its color becomes darker to absorb heat. On the other hand, when the weather is hot, its color appears lighter to reflect sunlight. Sunbathing. In fourth place, we have the marine iguana, guys. This lizard can only be found in the Galapagos Islands and is the only lizard species in the world that lives in the sea. The marine iguana can dive up to depths of 12 meters to look for seaweed on the ocean floor. They can even hold their breath for up to 30 minutes underwater. Not only that, the marine iguana also has special glands in its nose that function to expel excess salt from its body. In terms of appearance, the marine iguana is indeed not considered attractive. Charles Darwin even once called it the ugliest creature he had ever seen. Its body is black, it has a short snout, and there is often a white crust of salt on its head. Interestingly, the size of the marine iguana varies greatly depending on the island where they live. On large islands with abundant food sources, they can grow up to 1.5 meters long. Meanwhile, on small islands with limited food, their size is only about half a meter. Marine iguanas also have a unique ability to slow down their heart rate while diving. When they're on land, they warm their bodies by basking on volcanic rocks. Without sunlight, they can't regulate their body temperature and risk dying from the cold. In fifth place, we have the flying Draco lizard, guys. This small lizard lives in the rainforests of Southeast Asia, including Indonesia. What makes it extraordinary is its ability to glide through the air. Actually, the Draco lizard doesn't really fly. They glide by using thin membranes that stretch from their extendable ribs. Uniquely, they can glide up to a distance of 60 meters without losing significant altitude. Its wing membranes are brightly colored, usually yellow or orange, and can be folded tightly when not in use. When folded, the Draco lizard looks just like an ordinary lizard. However, once it spreads its wings, its appearance changes drastically. Draco lizard spends almost its entire life in the trees. They glide from one tree to another to look for food, such as ants and termites. The males even have their own territories and will glide to chase away other males that enter their territory. Its size is indeed very small, only about 20 centimeters including its tail, but its gliding ability makes the Draco lizard one of the most fascinating reptiles in the world. At number 6 is the Armadillo Girdled lizard. This small lizard lives in the deserts of South Africa and has a very unique way of defending itself in the reptile world. When it feels threatened, the Armadillo Girdled lizard will bite its own tail and curl its body into a ball shape. The sharp spines on its body then point outward, forming a spiky ball that is very difficult for predators to open. Impressively, it can maintain this defensive position for hours. This way of defending itself is very similar to the armadillo, a mammal, which is why this lizard is named the Armadillo Girdled lizard. However, the difference is that this lizard does it by biting its own tail. When it bites, its jaws will lock tightly and won't let go until the danger has truly passed. Its body color is brownish-gray, which matches perfectly with the rocky environment where they live. Their size ranges from about 17 to 21 centimeters, and they usually live in small groups in rock crevices. Interestingly, the armadillo girdled lizard is one of the few lizard species that gives birth to live young instead of laying eggs. The young are born fully developed and can live independently right away. This is very rare among reptiles, most of which reproduce by laying eggs. In 7th place, we have the frilled lizard, guys. This lizard lives in northern Australia and Papua New Guinea, where its appearance is very iconic and it often appears in various movies. What makes the frilled lizard famous is its large neck frill. When it feels threatened, it will open this frill wide, showing off the bright colors on the inside. No joke. The diameter of its frill can reach up to 30 centimeters, almost as big as its own body. Along with opening its neck frill, the frilled lizard will also open its mouth wide while standing up on its hind legs. All of these movements are done to scare off predators by making it look bigger and more dangerous than it really is. If the threat display doesn't work, the frilled lizard will immediately run away very quickly on its hind legs. They are able to run upright at speeds of up to 15 kilometers per hour. Interestingly, its body shape when running upright is very similar to that of a small dinosaur. The frilled lizard spends most of its time in trees. They usually prey on insects, spiders, and sometimes other small lizards as a source of food. Actually, at night, they sleep on tree branches with their bodies tightly wrapped around them. That's it! The 7 weirdest and most unique lizards in the world. I hope this information is useful, and see you in our next interesting video.